Hey guys, welcome back. In this video we're going to be keeping it a little bit more simple. We're planning out the electrical side of the bike, figuring out where we need to mount stuff, and in this video we're going to be mounting up the transistors as well as the regulator rectifier. So enjoy the video. Alright, so I've got some stuff ordered for the bike, and in the meantime, until that shows up, I'm going to work on what I can. And so what I want to do is plan out some of the electrical routing, and despite these bikes having, like, you know, these big lengthy harnesses, are really not that complicated, and the TI ignition bikes are super complicated and can be pretty compact actually. So to run the ignition system, instead of having like the big CDI box and stuff, you know, we have the transistor, the TI boxes here, and these I can kind of mount anywhere. So the components that I'm going to have on the harness, obviously those, I'm going to have a starter solenoid. I'm probably not going to use the original one because I don't really like these stripped fuses here. I would rather have a more readily available fuse, so I might order something similar, you know, with a similar plug like I used on the CX500 build. But you know, something that has a blade style fuse that I could, you know, keep some extras on the bike and just, you know, modernize it a little bit. Anyway, so we have the TI modules here: starter solenoid, regulator rectifier, and then a turn signal flasher. And that's about it for the stuff that we need to fit on the bike. So the battery, as you've seen, is going to go down low. And what I'm thinking is, instead of having, you know, some 6-gauge cable run up and down on the bike, I'm just going to mount the starter solenoid down low as well near the battery. So that's going to keep those cables really short. And then as far as the rec, because this tank, you know, fits this spine more specifically, there's not room to mount this under here. So I'll probably just mount this really simply under the seat there. Just make a simple little mount, which means that the only real things I need to modify or make room for are this and a turn signal flasher. So tons of room under here. I figure I might as well utilize this space, and I might just make like a little bracket that goes side to side there, put these up there, and then the flasher, you know, I can easily fit in here. I can make a little designated mount for that, and that's about it. And then from there, what I'll do is I'll take that harness, I'll completely strip it, and then get all of the wiring out of it, and then I can try to like reorganize it to fit. So we're gonna simplify it a lot. These things originally had a gigantic box in the front, now because they had a fairing. So most of your old bikes, if not all of your old bikes, they have your big headlight, and then within that headlight is where all of your connections for your harness are going to come together, or at least most. So because we've deleted that, we can move a lot of that wiring and compact a lot of that wiring into something that's more simplified. So you're definitely going to see how I do that. Should be pretty cool. So anyway, I'm probably going to make a little tab here. Go ahead, mount these guys up. I want to move it, I want to make sure it's back a little bit, because if I want to pull these carb hats off, I need to access that screw right there. So for needle changes and tuning, so I want to make sure that I don't have a big metal bracket right there and I can't get to that screw. I want to make my life easier. So anyway, I know I could probably put these, just drill a hole into that plate there, mount it, but I want to leave room for my plug wires and then the throttle cables to go up and through that hole there. Just trying to think ahead here, that's what I do. So probably going to get started on cleaning up that portion of the frame, make a tab.
We're gonna be really rusty.
Okay, we're here at the back of the bike. We have the ignition igniters up under the tank, and besides the starter solenoid, which we're going to mount down by the battery, and the turn signal flasher, the only thing we have to mount is the regulator rectifier. Now this should be the same size as a Rick's aftermarket unit, should I have to go with one. So I'm going to mock up around this, and I want to put it right here using just a simple metal crossbar. Now this is going to, you know, have the ability of plenty of airflow. It's not going to be near any major heat or anything like that, and I can run the wiring forward. So be very simple, and it won't interfere with, like, you know, the front of the seat or anything like that. So just the most common sense place to put it, and really straightforward. So I'm gonna go ahead and just measure this, get this piece cut, and we'll burn one in. Alright guys, that does it for this one. Just did some simple things mounting up these transistors and the regulator rectifier. So next episode that you see is going to be the seat pan fabrication and then the shock down here afterwards. So anyway, stick around, subscribe if you haven't already. Definitely leave me a comment if you want, if you have any questions or anything like that. And be sure to check the description for any of the links for parts that I potentially use in every video. So anyway, hope you guys like this one, and I hope you guys are getting excited about this project because I know I am. So anyway, stick around, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.